Okay, we started the podcast.
All right.
Welcome to number 89. We're almost to 100.
Really?
I'll
Yeah.
be here at
89.
100.
You'll be at, we have a special guest at 100 apparently. He wanted to be on there, so I might have to accommodate for him.
Who's the special guest on the 100?
That would just ruin it.
Damn it.
Let's just say we recently did a very funny video together in Raymond Legends, so
Ah,
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Ah,
Legends.
okay.
yeah, Raymond Legends.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It is. So welcome to the Little Misfits podcast. This week we have Chris.
Miguel.
TJ.
Yeah, and we're just playing Van Helsing for anyone who's watching. But big news is the winners of the game of the Game Awards.
The Games Awards and everything is going to be The Witch Hunter 3, which
Yep,
is
it
one
won.
of the more best games played.
You played that game, right, TJ?
Yes, I have.
What's that game like? I barely played it.
It's just like Skyrim, and it's kind of a little bit of Red Dead Redemption, really, on Xbox 360.
Yeah, it's basically like Skyrim. It gives you quests and missions. You can also do side missions, treasure hunts, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, all that fun stuff is pretty fun.
I just hate the fucking griffin part. Excuse my language. Sorry.
What's the Griffin part?
It's like basically it's the first freaking mission they give you. You have to kill a griffin.
I never had a hard time with the Griffin.
Well, because you had it on easy.
Yeah, I didn't have it on easy, I had it normal.
Yeah, you had it on easy.
Bullshit,
you
I had it normal.
This is
fool.
like the same argument that we had when Halo 3 ODST came out, and no, Halo Reach came out. I was
funny.
wrong. ODST we beat y'all in, but when Reach came out,
We put it on normal.
you and Miguel both beat me and Justin to the end of the game, but we had no idea y'all had played on normal. We played
No
on
one told you they were
heroic.
gonna try it on hard.
Yeah, nobody told us so.
Oh, it was a given. Both. I will say on Halo 3 ODST, me and Justin did completely wreck, and beat you to the end on heroic.
Oh. Okay, that's weird. You just started the game and you just stand up and you're
You
shooting
start
people.
killing.
I was rapidly touching buttons, but that was more like a cutscene. So
Oh, okay.
this is actually the free game of the week.
This was like freaking Diablo.
Yeah, it looks just
Yeah.
like Diablo. So if you like Diablo, you might as well make it a new item. Okay. No, but okay. But it made the game of the year. I forgot what other. I know the developer of the year was Red SDK or CD or whatever it was. I don't even know what game they make. They just make games.
I have no idea.
And so I had no idea what they made. I was hoping Kojima games would win because that was Metal Gear Solid, and that was like Kojima's last game with Konami
Oh, wow.
since they sent him on vacation. And man, I forgot what else. Oh, I guess the other relevant one was they had like the strangest category. It was called Games for Impact, which started out as like Games for Change. And what it was is they wanted like a game that like had like impacting story or whatever it was called, and I think Undertale won that, and that's a game where it's an RPG where you can essentially not kill any of the monsters. You can get through it by like through like the role playing aspect of it, but you don't have to kill any of them. I killed that bird.
You just killed that bird.
And what's it called? The best part of that game is it's kind of like a Earthbound. I don't know if you've ever played Earthbound on the Super NES or anything like that.
No.
It was a very RPG. It's RPG heavy. Like it would have been like Dragon Quest. TJ, you remember Dragon Quest?
Oh yes, I remember Dragon Quest. That was a hard game.
That's actually one of the more hardcore RPGs. Dragon Quest was kind of like the competitor to Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy had more of an understandable
Story.
No, not story. They both have lame stories, but it had an understandable. I forget what I was gonna call it.
Plot?
No, like gameplay mechanic. I guess because it was all more animated. Whereas in like Dragon Quest, you would like pop up on somebody and it would be essentially like you'd have like 3 people in front of you and you'd have to choose what to do. Like you'd be first person RPG essentially. And you wouldn't see like you'd see like a slash animation or anything like that, but you wouldn't really see like your character run up and smack anybody. So that's it's definitely a different type of game, but it's a very witty game as well. It's only available on Steam or Mac and what's it called, Windows. So it's not like something you can pick up on the Xbox One. Oh, there's a lot of games you can pick up on Xbox One. Jesus Christ, we had another fucking thing.
That really sucked.
Yeah, it did. It did. Well, we might as well point it out. The recording stopped again. It's happened a couple times. Like there was one time where it was just like completely. It would just stop in the middle of us talking. But yeah, the Game Awards. Let's go on to the Game Awards. So Witcher 3 won. TJ, you played a lot of
Yes.
Witcher 3?
Yep.
What's your favorite mission in The Witcher 3?
Oh God. I think at the very end it was pretty good. No, it was when I was in the Witcher's Tower. Well, the base, which was freaking sweet. That battle was freaking sweet.
Oh, you mean the very end of the
Well, that close to the very end, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. I like the pack where he gets to bang that girl all naked and everything else.
Oh fuck
That was
yeah.
actually awesome. Actually showed some tits.
Oh yeah. There were a lot of tits in that damn game.
Yeah, there's a lot of tits in that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Like bear tits?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are tits.
Like,
Oh, wow.
it's rated, I guess it's rated M, isn't it?
Yes,
For
it is.
blood and gore and nudity.
And sexual content.
Yes.
Well, there's probably no insertion, so it's not an adult game.
All I
No.
know is the pony part, that was fucking funny.
That was hilarious.
Did somebody fuck a pony?
No,
Oh, okay.
No, they had sex on a pony.
yeah, the Witcher killed a unicorn or some shit, and
Did you
Well-
ride that horn?
well, he presented
you
it as
rode that
a
horn,
he
all right.
presented a gift to his wife, who I don't know who the fuck. Yeah, basically, yeah,
girlfriend,
his
actually.
wife or girl, and well, she likes having intercourse on top of that pony, and he's like, so we're gonna do it right now. And there's a part of the game like you have a choice to do it right now or later, and well, me,
Now.
yeah, I had now. We did it now, and she goes, fine, and under one condition. He's like, please don't involve the pony in this. And pretty much, yeah, he got butt naked, he got on top of the poor pony, and
Yep.
yeah, it was
Yep.
interesting.
Very interesting.
That's like
I
like when you
it makes me
go-
feel like weird and all because like damn, like hell, we're watching this kind of porno basically kind of deal.
it's like this game that you didn't associate with like your off time where you're holding up a what's it called, a phone while you jack off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
It's like remote. It's like this doesn't turn me on.
No, it doesn't.
He's like, nah, I'm going back to the phone.
Yeah, it's like I guess this is okay. Why doesn't my girlfriend like ponies? That's gotta be like a stopper, right? Is like a girl like walks up and she's like, "Hey, I want to date you, but we have to have sex on a horse." It's like, nope, thank you.
I'm good, thank you.
That sounds like work.
I mean, well, if it was a real horse, I think that would be kind of fun. Making that horse run. Every little bump and kind of deal. It'd be fine.
You think the horse
Why
would
would
get
she run
jealous?
your dick?
Yeah,
I don't think the horse will get jealous. I mean, he'll probably get turned on and everything. Probably try to screw any animal that's out there or something. But
look. I like TJ's horse because TJ's horse sounds like Scooby Doo. Yeah, it's quite frightening.
it was very funny.
It was very funny.
He is called Shaggy for a reason.
Exactly.
A few reasons.
A few reasons.
Hey. I look like Shaggy. Fuck you.
It's that bush.
Or that boosh.
Yeah, and no, that's just strange. So the game ends with like you riding a horse.
Well, not at
with
the
a girl.
very end, no. It was just like in the middle of part of the game.
Yeah.
Is that game more like open world? But
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's open road.
So
Free roam, basically, kind of deal.
Yep.
So you could essentially.
You can ride the horse the whole entire time. Not the horse you have sex on, no.
Oh, that's somebody
If
else's.
that, if that you were trying to think, no.
Yeah.
That's somebody else's man's horse that you have.
Yeah,
sex on.
exactly.
That doesn't make it any better. It's like if I went to my neighbor who's a rancher and I said, "Hey man, I'm gonna borrow your horse," and he's like, "Okay," and it comes back all like stanked up. It's like, what did you do? It's like, I'm fucked.
I
got a
on
new
top of your horse.
I got a girlfriend that's a witch. That's what that amounts to. So
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's just funny though. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's a good game. If anybody's played it or not, Witcher 3 is a good game. It's role
And go,
playing. It's also based decisions.
yeah,
If you make the
yeah,
right
based on
decisions.
decisions. It's just like Mass Effect, really.
Yeah.
It's based on decision and thing what you make,
Oh,
Oh yeah,
and it makes a different
sweet.
ending every now and then, if you know how to do it right.
yeah.
Oh well, that's a lot of games nowadays. Well, I even say nowadays. Do y'all remember the game Chrono Trigger?
No.
I don't think
It
so.
was a Super NES game that was. It's if you ever get a chance, if you have a DS, you can pick it up on a DS, like a regular DS. And it's a great it's like a dream team RPG because it was a combination of like basically what's now Square Enix.
Yeah.
It was the people who made Dragon Quest, which was Enix, and
Yep.
the people who made Final Fantasy, which is SquareSoft, and they came together
And Star Ocean.
and well, yeah, they also made Star Ocean. Well, Enix did, but they went on and they made this game Chrono Trigger, and it is just like it is a beautiful game because it takes time travel to like it's like one of those perfect games where it's like you just need to play it, but the time travel mechanic is great because what you do in the past does affect the future.
Oh wow.
And after you beat the game, you have access to this to like the time. Actually, even before you beat the game, on the new game plus, you get all your perks and stuff like that, and you can choose to beat the final boss at any point in time.
Huh.
And whenever you defeat him, will change what the ending is. So
That's
you can
pretty cool.
actually control your ending. I'm like dying over here. I need to not cough. But yeah, it's like it's such a like not a strange game, but it's just so it's so deep in how many endings it has.
That's not bad. That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
yeah, it's actually really cool. But it's much like an RPG, but the Final Fantasy type. But that bit wherever in a Final Fantasy game you impact an enemy and then it like cuts to like a special zone where you fight them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead, it just kind of like a fight breaks out in the middle of the screen. There's no transition to a different area
Huh.
That's
or anything
awesome.
like that. So and they also have like various combination moves. So it actually has a lot of RPG elements that get used later on in well basically modern games. It was a very modern game for the time.
Looks like you're about to die.
Oh, this is like I don't know what's going on.
You gonna get
getting
gang
tagged by
banged
werewolves
by
and
It is.
werewolves.
I'm being chased. For everyone to listen, I've amassed an army of wolves that won't leave me alone. But I guess I'll.
You'll get trained on very quickly.
Oh yeah, I am getting trained. It's not nice. I wanted to summon the monsters or whatever. Oh my god, I found more.
Oh my
This is
God.
ridiculous.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
I'm dead.
coming at you.
That's it. There I got you. I'm dead. Hardcore character. Okay. That was it for that game. Oh, well, I'll keep playing, but I don't know if you you try.
Me try.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
try. No, but that game, the what's it called? You can do different endings. A lot of games do that, and like I said, it's more modern now. If you play Telltale games, like Tales from the Borderlands, you will essentially.
The hell is that anyway?
what did I do?
It's great.
Crap.
It's very funny. Oh, you exited it. It's a great game, and you have to make a new character, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And because I made it hardcore, so if he dies, it dies.
Damn it.
And like Telltale games, they're all decision based. So if you choose to kill somebody, it's gonna follow through to the next chapters, and people will come after you for it. And it also like throughout the games, they'll tell you if you like make like a jib at somebody, it'll be like this person will remember that. Like in Borderlands, there's a great scene in it where you're basically robbing a bandit leader, but you can choose to go against your Hyperion like leader who has taken over after Handsome Jack, and you can choose to betray him. And then it goes, his name's Vodkez. He goes, Vasquez will remember this, and then he immediately gets killed. So it doesn't fucking matter. But it's such a push Y,
Why?
and it's such a great like it's such a like in-depth game, but it's all about the narrative. It was actually up for best narrative of the year, and it's finally all out. So it's if you want to pick it up, it's a really fun game. it's actually some of the most fun I've had in a narrative game in a long time because it is funny. There's a bit. There's a bit where I guess this not really spoiler. Handsome Jack is like a hologram,
Yeah.
and he's trying to get the attention of one of the guys, and he starts like your main character can only he's the only one that can see him because he's kind of in his head,
Uh,
and he puts his hand through like one of the other guys like dick, and he like
Oh,
starts
God.
talking from it. So it's like this penis puppet is just like talking to him. So it's potty humor from Borderlands 2, and it's got Handsome Jack and Spades. So it's
Oh,
a
God.
wonderful mix. And phew, what else came out this year?
oh, you were talking about the Super Smash Brother and thing with Cloud in it.
Oh yeah, Super Smash Bros. That came out last year, right?
Yeah.
It's been yeah, it was last year in October and November of last year that Super Smash Bros. Came out, and they've released a lot of games. And one of the things that they did have was they had a poll, and Nintendo was basically getting information from people saying what characters do y'all want? What characters do y'all want? I think that's how Roy and Ryu got back in,
Huh.
but I'm not even certain about that. I know Roy got in because he was just a popular character from Melee,
Yep.
and from that,
I like Roy. Roy was fun.
Roy was good, but Roy was not like he was a clone of Marth, but with stronger attacks.
Yes.
Now he's a different like fighter. Like he has some similar abilities, but he's almost like a mix between Ike and Marth, where he's a slightly slower character, but he's got faster moves and harder hitting moves,
Ooh.
and he's a joy to play.
I don't think I played him yet, did I?
You might not have it, and like some of his like his movement stuff is all his completely changed from Melee. But they released that they're gonna have Cloud as a playable character, so they added another character with a sword, and that to me says that Square Enix is just trying to get money because that's great marketing because it's like Cloud is in Super Smash Bros. I said sold. Like, you sold me, like you gave me something that I wanted. And that's not to say that that's bad marketing or they're abusing it or anything. It's just that they're finally like taking heed of what people want. And I think that's just become a major thing in gaming where people have this voice that they can be heard, and it basically see you get results. But it's not always true in certain cases. Destiny was definitely one of those cases. Y'all both played Destiny.
Yep.
And one of the big things about Destiny is whenever they have, I'm not even saying that they're bad about it, but whenever they have like a big change, like say when the Taken King came out, they had such a vast change in the way the game was played.
Oh yes.
A lot of players were kind of disappointed, but
I wasn't.
it did bring back push Y. It did bring back the majority of people back into the game because for me it was like, oh, it's another raid. And what I meant when like they had to really like change up the game again to bring the raid in, and they essentially everything that you had was completely useless. So that was like the one thing that people didn't want that happened. It's like, oh, we don't want all these weapons that you essentially spent time boosting up with the what is the Arena of Elders. And you would get the etheric light and then make it the strongest it could be, and then lo and behold, Taken King comes out and the next green weapon you find is completely stronger than it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's them embracing MMOs though.
Yeah, that's the only thing that disappointed me and everything, because I had the most strongest weapons in that damn game and everything, and all of a sudden, nope.
I will say the way that they did the weapons this time though is a lot better. Where you do have to still play the raid and Iron Banner to get top level weapons like 320 and higher, or 310 and higher.
Yep.
But if you have a favorite weapon that you've been using, you can infuse it.
Yep.
And you don't have
Yeah,
to.
I love that fusion.
Yeah, if you have a gun that's all like leveled up, you can basically say, okay, this one's 306, and this one I picked up is 310. You can take a chance and infuse it to hopefully it'll reach 310, but
Yep.
you still get an increase, and you don't have to worry about like various the various changes in the gun. It still fires like the gun you're used to.
Yeah.
So there's an instance where it helped where your guns weren't completely useless.
Yeah. And of course, what I like about Destiny and everything now, everything they brought into us,
The It brought a story to Destiny.
Well, not a sword or anything, but they brought a new weapon and everything, the sword.
Oh yeah, they brought a new heavy type. They brought a new
Yes.
weapon type. They hadn't added any. No, I guess they had added a weapon type in the what's it called the House of Wolves. They added the sidearm.
Yeah.
But besides the sidearm they gave you, I never saw anything else. I will say I saw a lot more sidearms in the Taken King. So it was like, here's a proof of concept. Do you like this gun? And a lot of people liked it because for me, sometimes you don't want to like switch to your secondary weapon and it's this sniper rifle or shotgun that's not going to hit the guy across the yard. So you wanted something that would fire rapidly, and the sidearms were really useful. Like in the raid, whenever we'd have to do shoot certain like small objects or anything like that,
You use
the
sidearm.
sidearm was perfect for that because you could switch the sidearm and you wouldn't have to worry about it. What's it called, missing? Because if anything within like close to medium range, you would hit it, and very quickly. It almost fires. It fires very much like it's a semi-automatic pistol essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah. The other thing that they added just recently, they had an update and they did weapons tuning, so now auto rifles are a little more useful.
You.
They added a challenge mode to the raid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
What it is now is there's different rewards depending on the difficulty, but if you go to the raid, there'll be a little skull that says boss challenge. It'll be like War Priest or Golgoroth or whoever is like providing the challenge that week, and if you beat the challenge, which it doesn't tell you what it is, they did that really well in the first couple raids, and they just like, oh, you want to figure out how to beat this? You have to basically figure it out. You can't cheat. Well, you can cheat. You can. Luckily, most of the time, I play the raids like in the afternoon, so I would just. Oh, you're about to die. I would just
And he
completely,
is about to- Yep.
Okay, here you go.
click respond. We'll let Miguel talk.
Nah, I'm not.
Try it.
Nah.
Yeah, just play it.
No.
Okay. Well, you would completely, what's it called? TJ, play it, because I need to talk. That's just the thing.
That's why it's like I can't talk when I'm playing the game. Like
I can
to
talk, but it's
concentrate.
like, just run away from those guys. There's no point in fighting them. But there's just this, what was it? Oh, the challenge, that there's this mentality that you'll figure it out. And everyone did. Since we play the raid late in the afternoon, there's no chance of us like not knowing what we would have to do in the raid
Yeah.
for the challenge. Essentially, it wasn't simple, but it made it a lot easier. And there was rewards both for doing it on normal and hard. So
Holy shit, TJ, you got a shitload of people.
I don't know how you would get.
I'm getting
How do you get
gangbanged.
this is like the first level of this game.
It's
What
like
is?
normal.
Yeah, this is like normal.
What kind of game is this?
I know.
Okay.
There's like no chance of surviving.
But yeah, that they're adding Cloud to Super Smash Bros. Is such a great thing. It's a great feeling to me.
Cloud, is that like the
Cloud
Cloud
from
from
Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they added to me, that's like I said, that's Square Enix wanting money because they obviously Nintendo has to get the license from it. But
Yeah.
who would not take that? Because obviously Nintendo's going to get money and Square is going to get their portion from the license. But who wouldn't take that bet? Like, it is such a just a great game to begin with, Super Smash Brothers. But I always wonder about the balancing in that game, and they've done quite well. One of the best balanced games that I've ever played is Smite. I don't know if
Oh, Smite.
did y'all play? Y'all played Smite with us, right?
I
Yeah.
haven't.
I have.
You haven't. TJ did. It's such a fun game that's easy to get into, and the way you
Yes.
know it's easy is because Tamar plays it,
Yes.
and
And tomorrow's pretty good at it.
Tamar's really good at it. And the what's it called? The Smite. I always wonder, like, you have they basically changed it. Zeus is a character just like in the beginning, and he has been completely revamped.
Oh wow.
Like, he does not he does different things based on what people wanted and the big changes in it. So nobody really plays him the same anymore. But they have to do that because when you come up against these newer gods that are that do different damages, have different stuns. You have to be able to
Mm-hmm.
balance your back catalog of characters. To me, they have like 66 gods or
Yes.
some upwards of that now, and it's like, what do you do in that instance? Like, there's just so much you have to balance. You have to know what does what, who stuns who, who's better against what,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't really like change in the middle of a game. That's the thing that kind of like bites. Like in Halo 5, if you have someone who's in a tank, you can always go, okay, I'm gonna expend one of my rec cards and get a gun that'll kill the tank. You can't really do that in Smite, so you kind of have to basically hash it out like in R&D. And to me, that's got to cost a lot to just sit there and get all those gods just completely balanced. And that game is free. That surprises me as well. That game is completely free. You don't have to spend a dime in it.
Now then, when you get all gods, that's a little different story.
Oh, you can get all the gods for free. You don't have to what's it called?
Pay for them.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for them. You can get them with the in-game currency that you get, the favor. You can unlock gods that way.
Yeah.
So while it's inexpensive to buy anyway, it's like $30. It's perfectly worth it to buy. The game itself is free. Like you don't have to buy it. Where they make their money though is not that pack, that like big old $30 pack where you get all the gods. It's the skins. There's something
Oh,
about
skins, yes.
oh yeah, there's something about those skins that make you want to buy them.
Yeah.
And whether it's a sexy character or what. I'm gonna die. I get mad at Tommy, and now I know what he feels like. I need a pillow is what I need. But, yeah, not to suffocate me, but to actually, like...
Cover the cough.
Yeah, to cover my cough. No, but Smite is, like... It's such... that I was talking, like, Game of the Year. That is a game that is near and dear to our hearts. Because that must have been 3 to 4 months of our lives. In fact, Smite was the game that got us off of Destiny. Yeah, we were playing Destiny up until Smite came out, and I was like, I'm gonna play Smite, and then I played Smite, and lo and behold, everyone else was playing Smite. So that's how great of a game it is.
Well, I remember
It's a
Tommy
mode.
was playing Black Ops, the beta.
Oh, Black Ops 3 beta.
Yeah.
Oh, I played the beta. That's the only time I played the Black Ops multiplayer, and I was like, oh, this is cool. It's just like Destiny. We get our supers.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing is like they're taking more and more mechanics from other games.
Yeah,
When they
yeah,
get-
Black Ops 3 and everything, the specialists and everything in Black Ops 3 is pretty good.
I don't know. They just need to make that. They just need to make a video game where you can go to sleep and play video games in your dreams.
Yeah.
Or just make video games out of your dreams. You ever think about that?
That'd be creepy.
Especially Miguel's.
Hey, have you ever? Have I ever told you some of my dreams?
No, but I'm interested. Where's this going?
You really don't want to know.
I do want to know. This is great. This is great podcast talk. Miguel, tell us about your dreams.
Oh no.
Shoot.
Well, give us the child version the child version.
Yeah, child virgin in my dreams is not a virgin anymore.
Jesus.
He had sex with so many goddamn women and supposedly animals I keep on hearing about too for some reason.
I don't know if he's lying about that and just like throwing you under the bus or.
No, it's just some weird fucking dreams I've been having, dude. It's fucking creepy as hell.
you have weird dreams.
Tell one of your dreams. If you can remember one.
Well, the recent one I had was I was on a freaking train, like one of those express trains, like in the city. And for some reason, there was this girl there.
Here we go.
There's the girl. Did you eat her out?
No, she was going to some fucking cosplay kind of deal.
Man, maybe
Because
worse.
it's funny is because I was going there too. I had one of those geeky, nerdy looking things, with the, I support anime and bullshit, t-shirts.
Uh-huh.
Well, in my dream, I saw her and, I told her if she was going to that place, and she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she goes, yeah. And I got this nice costume, and that's pretty fucking awesome. I like the costume, and it shows pretty nice cleavage. And she goes, typical guy. And they go, what? You want me to say I want to eat you? Kind of thing. And yeah, it went from there to nudity. And while on the train, while there's other people there, it was basically she got offended because the way I was saying it. You know, she was dressed up like that.
Uh huh.
And then I kind of like said, "What, you think I won't do anything to you or something like that?" And she was, you wouldn't do shit, and you're, pussy and all this and that.
No,
And I go,
you're that, you're
man,
a
you can
pussy.
open your legs right now and fucking show me your, what, and I will fucking,
Look, there's a two-headed cow.
yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ, man! Hey, immediately into sex. I thought maybe you had like weird dreams where like you had to like chase down a gremlin who stole your pants. Is that just
No.
me?
I think that's just you.
I've certainly had that dream. What it amounts to is like the dreams I'll have will be tied to video games,
Yep.
and I'll just be like, oh look, now I'm Mega Man and I have to defeat these 8 robot masters. Or I could go shoot up a bar and just like rob all their cash. That's what it amounts to. It's like GTA meets Mega Man. Have you ever had a lucid dream?
A lucid dream.
Yeah.
Which is that?
A lucid dream is where you realize you're in a dream and you just like start doing random things. Like you can start controlling it because
No.
you know
Never
you're in a
had
dream.
it.
So you've never done that?
No.
I've actually had a lucid dream. I've had a few. Where you like realize you're in a dream and it's just like, oh, this is gonna be my day.
Yeah, I've had a lot of those.
Oh no.
I actually can control my dreams.
Yeah, like I've done that like for some reason I'll have like a lucid dream where I'm flying and I'll go, hey, I'm flying. And then suddenly I'll be like, I like, but this is a dream. How can I be flying? And then like you realize that part. And then I'm spending like the next like 30 minutes going, why can't I fucking fly? I want to fly. Something has grounded me, and I like jump up in the air, and it's only like 2 inches. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of repressed memories am I having? I want to be Superman apparently.
I think one of my dreams is that I think I played a lot of Mortal Kombat and thing when we were at my apartment all the time and thing, and kept on playing rubber all the time, and also I had a dream about Mortal Kombat and thing.
You like disemboweling Robert?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, that's not a dream. I mean, it's my dream in real life when I'm awake. One day, he doesn't like open up with "What's your rape or murder song?" I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. That was the last podcast. He like is completely off the rails right away. He's like, "What's your rape murder song?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? What is going on? Why is
Why
this
do you
happening?"
want to rape somebody?
Yeah, like the thing he says. He's like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna rape him anyways. I'm like, and Adrian pointed out, he said, that's necrophilia. That's not rape. That's dead man's masturbation, essentially.
You just gotta use a fucking 9-volt battery.
And Miguel took it further.
I'm gonna pour water on one of y'all's penises and put a 9-volt battery on it.
Oh,
See what happens.
It'll probably contract.
It'll make it tingle.
I think it'll make it harder.
Have you ever licked a 9-volt battery?
Yeah, that shit hurts.
Not really. What do
It
people say
hurts me. Like when they put the little wires around it and then they make that little spark. And...
Oh, that's something different. That's
okay.
like someone like really fucking with you. If you lick a 9-volt, that's not gonna hurt at all. You can take 10,000 volts to the body as long as
Yeah,
you're
but
not
I'm
grounded.
a pussy though.
Oh,
I can't even grab a battery,
Is that why you eat
car
out so much?
battery when it's fucking plugged in. I literally smack it just to see if it's gonna shock me or not, and then I fucking pull it off.
Oh well.
Oh man, so many times I tell Miguel, touch the battery. No.
That's the battery.
Don't worry. I got my leg or anything ready to get to kick you or anything and
Get you off.
get you off.
I have this leather belt ready to like wrap around you and pull you off of it. Don't worry, you'll be fine. It's just your body. It's just what they used to kill people.
Yeah.
And a couple of tortures.
That's even more
I've
worse.
seen what was it, Modern Warfare 2, where the guy gets the battery and just like touches them together and like puts it on his balls. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
He interrogates him, but that's all I remember.
I don't remember that.
No, there was no ball. There was no ball putting
Modern
on
Warfare.
it. Yeah, it was Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
I thought
That
it was
was
like
a long time ago
like
for me playing that game.
a battery and a stick with a sponge attached to it.
Oh,
A wet
that's just fiction.
I wonder if it's possible. Hey, teacher, can I do that to you?
No.
Get a car battery, put it on one of those metal rod looking deals, put a sponge, a wet sponge.
How about no?
Aww. Come on, you gotta satisfy my
His
fantasies.
thirst. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're
What kind
gonna
of fancy do you have?
Suddenly TJ's on a train with the cosplay costume on.
No shit, right?
Hey, I admit, man, that girl's thing was pretty. That was
She was your fantasy girl.
shit.
That's like
man.
your favorite song to begin with.
Dude, like seriously, it was like nice, shaved, clean. Nothing weird about it. It was great.
Nothing weird about it. I mean, I was just fantasizing, and that's what was going
Hey,
on.
there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the people there were probably getting pissed off or jealous.
Oh, they were
but-
like, "This is Japan. This happens normally."
Yeah.
So
dude, that game literally does remind me of fucking Diablo.
this is straight up Diablo, but with like laggy and horned people. Diablo is much smoother and
Yes.
a little bit more fun.
Yes.
And I feel like I do more damage in Diablo. I don't know what I can do to
Hurt
up
these
my
guys.
my DP. No, my DPS. There you go. Sorry,
Oh,
DP.
okay.
I was like, deep penetration.
Well, what you're thinking?
You got deep penetration. I was gonna say double penetration, but okay.
Oh yeah, that works too. Oh, in this case, it doesn't.
You do have 2 guns and 2 swords, yeah.
Yeah, you just like, hey baby, what are those for? Going to cosplay? You going to a convention? No, I've got this trail thing happening again. Luckily, I'm not in hardcore, but it's phenomenal. Like, do y'all want to hear about what happened to me today?
Oh,
Like,
no.
I had a rough day. I didn't even make it to the parade that we had.
Wow.
So, one of the things that I do is
So how rough was it?
it was. I was on a train and at a cosplay.
Cause like more
Somebody-
like I was on the bus.
I told him he wouldn't do anything, and I was wrong. And and what's it called? No, I was doing a job, and one of the things is there was this sprinkler system that was basically tripping a breaker, and what it was the sprinkler was plugged into an outlet outside,
oh wow.
as opposed to running it inside where it wouldn't get wet or anything like that. So every time it would start to like get dewy outside, you know dew, it just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
water droplets form on the grass, it would form on the box, and it would trip the breaker because it would just essentially go across the what's it called? I already forgot the poles, so it would trip the breaker, and lo and behold, I eventually get in touch with the owner of the place, and then they're like, oh, there's this and there's that, and can we get it going? Can we get it working? And I'm like, well, we need to talk to the sprinkler system, or the people who put in the sprinkler system, and I want to make sure that they didn't just bury the wire, because it was in a half-inch PVC pipe, but a lot of people would just put wire right in the ground. And he goes, I get in touch with him, he goes, well, I'm not an electrician, but you should look at that plug. I'm like, it's not the fucking plug. And I'm at work, so I'm like, I stand in front of the owner, I'm like, no, it's okay. And then he goes, well, I'm not an electrician, but you should look at this. I'm like, then why the fuck are you giving me suggestions? In my head, I was so mad. I'm like, oh my god, shut the fuck up, dude. I know what's causing it. It was the breaker didn't trip for 2 days because we had the thing unplugged. He plugged it in yesterday and it tripped it. We know what fucking caused it. And so I was just so angry and bitter, but couldn't yell at it. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then I realized there's just these people out there who will go, who will say that they know everything, and I learned that there's 2 tropes in that. There's 2 things they'll say. They'll say, I've been doing this for X amount of years, and yeah, I'm
Yep.
not a fan putter upper, but you should really look at what's holding up that fan and see why it's falling on the ground. It's and those are like the 2 things. It's like, I don't care if you've been putting in sprinkler systems for 50 years and you're only 45 years old. That's not my lie to live with. But don't be like completely uncompromising. And I didn't to me I wasn't even accusing him of tripping the breaker. I was just pointing out, I was like, okay, I asked him if he plugged it in, he plugged it in, that was tripping the breaker. He says, there's no way it can trip the breaker. I'm not an electrician, check your plug. Like, fucking stop telling me what to do if you're not an electrician. I get it.
There's a fucking reason why you call me.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm here. Guess what? It doesn't fucking work. It's tripping the breaker. I was just so angry. I just like, and I had to like just be completely professional, and I was on the brink of just like I just gotta hang up. Even the lady was like, yeah, I don't believe him.
I don't believe.
Because I even asked, I said, did you glue all the fittings? Because it's all PVC. Did he glue the PVC? Then he said, yeah, I glued every joint. Yeah, right. He didn't glue anything. I just want to know what in the world causes this much mobs to be had.
I have no
I hadn't,
idea.
I've played this game for 30 minutes, and I still don't understand why they spawn so many mobs. This is the part where everyone needs to come to the video and just look at what's chasing me. Oh my god.
Army, werewolves.
I have
wolves,
the British motherfuckers chasing me. The redcoats, and their horses are dead, and it's not my fault. And every mythical creature that has 4 legs, that's what's chasing me. This is frightening.
You got more wolves on you now.
But you know what? They're probably shouting, we've been doing this for 50 years. Just turn around and slice them.
That's one way to get rid of your anger.
I was so angry. God, there's no getting rid of my anger. I'm gonna die if I turn around at this point. There's only one direction this guy can move, and it's forward.
Just keep running.
But there was just so much wrong with today. I'm just gonna amass all I can. Like this is the kiting game at this point.
Oh my god, dude! Holy Jesus Christ!
Oh, the Eagles from the Lord of the Rings have arrived. This is like the funniest thing I've ever seen. You would think that they wouldn't get along, but you'd be wrong.
They all get along just fine. Just
Where's
to
the
kill
Witcher?
you.
The Witcher wouldn't have this much trouble.
I think he would have a freaking field day.
I think he'd be like, "Oh, this is my life."
This is my life. Maybe that's why they're all there. Because
You think this
the
video
Witcher
game
wasn't created.
this video game character showed up today? He's like, "I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna kill things," and didn't realize he was gonna become an Olympic runner by the end of the night.
He gonna have legs of
I have
fucking
the
Greek god.
apocalypse. I have the apocalypse chasing me. I'm surprised with so many moving things that it hasn't started to kill the frame rate. It kind of is, but it's like
It's like real slow.
no. But that was my day. Anybody else have any frustrating things happen that they can
No,
talk
not really.
about? Yeah, nobody had a sprinkler installer tell them that they're not electricians, but they should check the plug. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that. You're living the life, Chris. You're living
Yep,
the life.
pretty
Oh
much.
yeah, there's been times where I'm just like, I quit. I'm gonna give up on life and then just go to the next job site and finish. Like it was just like one bitter thing after the next. And they're the British again. But
The British are cut
I
with
was
the
just-
werewolves.
and then after that I was told that I was just basically trying to pacify the owner because we'd been out there a couple days and we just wanted to make sure everything was working fine and they didn't have anything more wolves, and I was just trying to pacify the owner. Turns out I didn't have to do that, and that I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to just completely forgo that and just go somewhere else. So I spent all that time like doing the pacification, and I got no gratification out of it, or appreciation, I guess would be the word. It was that was the icing on the cake. I was like, okay,
Yeah, that really set you off.
I guess I'm just gonna go put this motor in, miss the fucking parade.
Oh,
Yeah, there goes there it goes.
There it goes.
Look at these fucks.
They're
These
just
fucks didn't
villagers
even help me.
just
They're
standing
just
there.
gonna watch me die.
They're just
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a ghost here in a second. But it's just like I have so many misadventures sometimes with customers that it astounds me. And there's so many nice places in this world that they just need to be happy that it doesn't trip.
Yeah.
If your shit works, your shit works.
Yep.
All I know is when I move back home, I just hope I don't work in another fast food restaurant. I just pray I don't.
So you're getting hired Dairy Queen and Carrizo.
No, no way.
You're being transferred.
I do not want to go there. I cannot put up with customers. I just cannot.
So you're gonna be a cashier? Oh fuck you!
I was like, all right, you can put me in a cashier? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need a lawyer. I'm gonna need all kinds of shit.
I'm gonna be a psychiatrist after this.
I'm gonna have to pay the fucking what you call those other people? The judge to let me go.
Pay the judge to
I'm gonna
let
find
you
some
go.
blackmail on them or some shit.
Yeah, I imagine that if Miguel was at the front of the of the store, it would be much like Clerks 2.
Yeah, pretty
Which will be
much.
hilarious.
Oh, it would be quite funny, but I don't think the world is ready. Or if they are, they're not admitting to it.
Cause I still remember that one time at work, fucking guy telling me, man, what the hell I had to do, go cut the chicken and butter it and all that shit, pull the feathers off. I got so pissed off because he kept on saying it, and people working the front, they kept telling me, hey, that guy's, waiting on his food. And I go, I got fucking 24 orders in front of his before I can even get to his. I got some chicken going down right now, but it ain't ready yet.
I was there was
And
a
if we're a boss or anything, yeah.
so
Make piss them off even more. I start making chicken noises like when they're getting killed or fucked. Bark, 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 bark.
you know chickens don't have sex, right?
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They
They're
don't
just
have
eggs.
sex.
No, the hens lay the eggs by themselves.
Nah, you're lying to me.
No,
No, he's not.
This is like the one expertise that you could believe TJ in, because TJ,
I raise chickens.
He raised chickens for FFA, and he had
What?
some grand champion chickens too.
Yes.
Big meaty bastards.
Hell yeah, they
And
were.
Why the fuck does
They're
the
like
rooster
turkeys.
ever? Why the rooster ever fucks it then?
The rooster actually inseminates the egg soon after it's been laid.
Ah,
So it's the
okay.
reason why eggs are so easy. Like, that's why you don't get so many inseminated eggs. You crack open the egg and suddenly you have a dead baby chick and it smells horrible. Because most of the time a hen house is just full of hens. That's why it's called a hen house or a harem. It's not really called a harem, but it sounds funnier.
Basically, it is like a harem because it's like one fucking rooster. And
Yeah,
like,
that's usually what it is. It's one rooster you keep around, and you just let the rooster loose whenever you want to have baby chicks, but you don't have them out there all the time, so you have good eggs. My boss also didn't know that. He's older than everybody in here. But that's a commonly misunderstood thing, that a chicken needs a rooster to lay eggs. They do not, and they lay a lot of eggs too.
Yep.
TJ, how long do hens lay eggs?
Oh, that I did not know.
Oh, wow.
wow, they're right there just waiting for you.
I'm not going out there again. This game is now the loading screen game. No, I don't. I have an internet device I could probably look up, but I'm just gonna say that I think it's like 4 to 5 years 3 to 4 years that hens can lay eggs. I was gonna say roosters lay eggs. And hens will lay eggs, yeah. Like, and it's a good amount. Ducks lay, and most birds are like that. Like ducks also lay eggs in a similar fashion. They don't have sex. Some birds have that little twisted penis thing they put in, but those are like the smaller birds.
Twisted what?
See, like they have like a corkscrew penis. I think that's
Wow.
ducks. Ducks have like a corkscrew penis, and they use it to pop the top from champagne and stuff.
Wow.
Not really, but
Popping a
that's
sherry.
yeah. That duckling.
That damn little duck.
When your yellow feathers disappear, watch out. It's like the equivalent of the period.
I guess you have to go in that little place.
I do. I'm just frightened. So that we're probably gonna end it here in a bit. So I'm just gonna chase chickens since we're talking about. Man, what was the other thing? I was thinking of something that. What did we do recently? I can't remember. I'm having brain farts today because I'm so angry about that electrical thing. I was
Man,
so.
that chicken's pretty fast just to run away from you.
Yeah, it reminded me of Fable.
Oh god.
But
No, in Fable you can actually kick the chicken. This one you can't even be able to kick it.
I'm shooting the chickens now. It's a lot easier.
For chicken, buddy?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to fry a blood spot. Can you kill a cat? No, you can't. Okay. This game is very lenient. It's like domestic animal. Well, technically, a rooster is a domestic animal.
Well,
No, it's domestic. It's just not a pet.
You can have a chicken as a pet.
Oh, you certainly can. My boss does. My boss got his neighbor's chicken.
I had a chicken that was freaking trained until my mom killed it and fed it to me.
Oh, well.
It sucked. It really did suck. Like, literally, it was a little hen chicken, and had it trained where I can whistle and it'll come up and look at me, and I'll just like fucking stare at it, and they'll back off, and I'll throw them a food, and they'll just keep staring at me. When I looked away, it'll fucking eat the food. It was trained. And when they needed to go outside, they'll go up to the fucking door, peck on the door, and they'll open the door, and it'll go out there, take a shit, whatever, and it'll come back inside.
I like the idea you have this chicken that'll knock on the door, because obviously if it's pecking on the door, it's a audible sound. They've got hard beaks.
It was freaking trained, dude. I had it, and then
Did you ever teach it to like ding dong ditch? Like you would like send the chicken up to the door and have it knock, and then it would like run away.
no, it was actually, it was freaky because like whenever somebody would come into the like my room or to the house and the chicken didn't know it, it would like literally start attacking it. It was
It was a guard chicken.
yeah, it was funny. Like
So-
the chicken would like literally like be sitting down on the couch, and I'll put it on my lap, and someone walks in the door. I had to hold on to it because if I don't, that thing will just look at it and fucking take off and try to attack.
So your mother sees this. She sees her young son with this chicken companion that is obviously like his first pet, and she's like, "I'm gonna cook it up for him." Like,
Well, basically, we didn't have food. I mean, my mom had a job, but you know, we didn't have like food stamps and all that shit now. Well, shit, I don't even have food stamps now.
oh yeah.
But we didn't have all
Here
that
come
good
the
stuff,
chicken.
and well, we used to go hunting to get our food. You know, sometimes we'll wait until the deer jump into our yard and we'll shoot it from there. But, it was the rancher's fault for not having a high fence. Okay.
Yeah, I like the idea. Like you're sitting outside of a ranch going, "Just jump into the highway, bitch." You're free.
Well,
You're
it was
free game
actually
at
in
that
my
point.
yard. It's like where I live. It's like the ranch is like right there, you know, right next to us, and it's like in the fucking somewhere near the town. You know, you can hear actually gunshots going off, and it's like shit, dude. You'll sometimes go outside and there's bullet holes on your house, and pisses you off. You know, you just want to sit out there with a fucking rifle, and you hear a gunshot. You just want to shoot towards where that gunshot came from.
My leg!
I've
Oh,
done
there
it. I've done it before. We've actually had a kind of like a feud going on with that rancher.
It's like the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Yeah, like seriously, dude. Like this guy, he pulled the fucking blind. You know, the blind. How can I say? Okay, my house is facing.
North.
Well,
Actually,
no.
it's south.
It's south. It's
Okay.
south. It's
Yeah,
facing
it's south.
south. But you know, the other houses.
You.
Well, this
I had
guy.
to joke and I had to cough. It sounds like TJ visits your mom's house more often than you do. Miguel.
No, it's when I drop him off.
Yeah, he gives me rides. That's why I call him stepdaddy, but he doesn't like it.
Really, me?
Hitting that MILF, huh?
No, she lost it a long time ago.
Oh,
I destroyed her when I came out.
Gee. The way he puts it, I destroyed her when I came out. Jeez. You act like you came out the size you are now.
I was actually a big ass baby. She couldn't push me out, dude. She couldn't push me out of her. You know what? My poor mom. Even
look, this is great. This is great. Miguel, you can't. You will talk about vaginas all day, but the moment it's like your mother's vagina, it's like that thing that's.
Well, yeah. I mean, like it's weird. I don't know. It's hard to
pussy,
explain.
vagina, whatever.
I mean, it's hard enough walking like okay. I was in college, came back home, thinking my mom was dressed up and everything. Walking through the front door and she's butt naked on the couch with my stepdad, butt naked as well.
I was hoping it'd just be like her butt naked with Fritos or something.
No, she was like just butt naked and my stepdad there butt naked as well, and they're not doing anything. They're just there, just
They're
naked.
exhibitionists.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? I open the door. Hi, I'm home. Shit, close the door.
And they're
He's
like,
like-
"Hi, sweetie."
I was like, oh crap. And my mom's like, oh shit, you can hear her stumbling and everything, trying to grab some stuff. I guess clothing, I guess.
You
I
walk
don't know.
back in, you're like, "Where's the bleach?"
I just walk in, I'm like, oh shit. And I go, you guys dressed up? And you're like, yeah, we're done, we're dressed. All right, I'm going to my room.
It's like literally just like bra and panties.
It's like, oh my god, that was terrible.
Yeah, my
Well, here's the thing I want to ask: who do you think instigated the nakedness? Your mom or your stepdad?
Well,
oh no.
I have no idea, but knowing my mom, probably her. she probably, cause she's always used to tell me, she goes like, when the day you leave the house, I'm gonna be able to walk around the house butt naked, and it's like,
Yeah, it's
okay,
no that's the weird thing. The most women that I've encountered are like anti-clothes. Like the moment they can get out of clothes, they will. And to me, I don't know what I'm not opposed to that. I don't mind seeing it. I love having clothes on. Like as a human being, we have basically designed clothes to be wearable at all times.
yeah,
So I just capitalize on that we're always gonna have like clothes to wear. So
Oh, my dad. Oh, my God.
no, I could not count the amount of times, TJ, that I've seen your dad in his underwear.
Miguel lost count.
It's not horrible. It's
no,
it's it's not.
he's still covered up.
Yeah, he's covered up or anything. It's not like you're seeing like your dad's genitalia.
Yeah,
But
Miguel did.
oh Jesus,
Yeah, that wasn't really. It just looked like a fucking snake hanging from him. It was just. I was like, what the fuck? What's funny is like, sorry TJ, I know this is about your mom and
Go
dad.
ahead. I ain't gonna
but
stop you.
shit,
oh bless her heart.
Yes.
Yeah. But I was asleep and shit. I gotta take a piss, and it was like around 6 or 7 o'clock. Fuck! I got up and opened the door, and well, where TJ's room is at. It was
Just
right next to the bathroom door is right there, right in front of it. Well, shit! I opened the door, and Kenneth's there, talking to Donna on the freaking guest room, and he's butt naked, and Donna's like in her little pajama looking deal, and I'm like, holy shit! I didn't even see him.
Do you ever?
All I saw was something hanging, and I'm like, God damn, that's okay. I closed that door real quick. Like, it was like a quick glimpse, and it was like, close the door. And I go, and all I heard was, you need to use the bathroom, boy? And I go, yeah, I need to use the bathroom. He's like, all right. Give me a few minutes. I was like, what the fuck?
Do you ever like wish that you had like an eject cord in life where you just pull it and you're just like in a field somewhere
Yeah,
with like your memory wiped from the last 30 seconds? Like
I wish there was a memory wipe. That'd be nice.
it's like
Yes.
it's
Me
like,
too.
Why you need that little thing from Men in Black that flashes
That little
thing.
flash,
It's
yeah.
like, set it for 30
Okay.
seconds ago. It's like
30
okay.
seconds, 5 minutes ago this year and this month.
Things will be okay here in a second.
I see my mom naked, and trust me, that was not beautiful.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that when I was young.
I've been
scarred me.
fortunate. I've been fortunate. The most I've ever seen was it wasn't even like sex. They were still clothed, but you could tell that they were starting to get something going.
Mm-hmm.
And I was young. I'd say I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah,
so I was old enough to know what was going on, but I was
I think that happened to me once too.
what with my parents? Jesus.
No, no, no! Oh God, no!
Oh
No,
god.
but like the bad thing about it is this is what happens. I walk in the door and obviously my dad is like he's on top of my mom. Okay, they're clothed. They're just about to they started making out. The problem with that I had was my dad goes knock next time, and then I told him. I said, well, if you want me to fucking go get the mail, wait until I bring the mail back to start what you're doing. He had sent me to go get the mail, and he had started. It was like, oh, poor moms. Like, I know the mail's coming, but, I really got to do this now. I was like, what the fuck? Seriously? You couldn't wait? I had I was more angry than surprised. I was like, I know they're my parents. I know what sex is. Okay, they can do whatever they want. But if you're gonna send me go get the mail, I'm just gonna walk in and hand you the mail. I don't know why that involves a door knocking. I've already been in the door. It was just like I wasn't flabbergasted, but I was so angry about it. I was like, I'm just gonna go back to playing
Shit,
games.
and I remember me and my sister used to have my stepdad have blue balls because we used to cock block him all the time.
Oh,
It
God.
was funny. My mom will be like in the mood, and he'll be in the mood, and I'll fucking just go knock on the door. Ma.
As like
God
as an
damn it.
adult.
No, it was more like when I was like 14, 13 years old.
Oh,
up
okay.
there. Just
Well,
being
that's
cock
normal. I
blocked.
thought maybe like you would show up like in the middle of the middle of the night and just like your stepdad was about to get it on, but no, Miguel's home.
Actually, what I used to do is I used to leave the TV on. Because, like, they know I don't fall asleep with the TV on. If I have music, I can go to sleep with music, but with the TV, for some reason, I can't fucking fall asleep with it.
Yeah.
But just to fuck with him, I'll leave the TV on and I'll go to sleep and put my earphones on, and go to sleep for about 3-4 hours. Wake up and I can still hear them. They're still talking. They're just okay. Fine. Turn off the TV. And sure enough, it gets quiet, and I'm gonna hear like, wait for it, and I hear their light turn off. You can hear the light flake off. Fucking turn my TV back on. Son of a bitch, they start. The light turns back on again, and they're just there. It's like, yeah. Go back to sleep.
The biggest fucking cockblock. And the other thing worse you could have done was like walk into the room and go, "Mommy, mommy, you want to hear what stepdaddy was doing?
Oh, dude.
I saw him at the bar with this lady."
Oh God.
Oh, I've done that.
Oh
no.
I've done that.
I've only thought about stuff like that. I'm not that evil.
I'm evil. Me and my sister actually came up with a good lie.
A good lie.
Yeah, a good lie.
As my mom would tell you,
What's
there's
funny
no such
is
thing.
that lie actually became true. We were following my stepdad, and we were just following him just for shits and giggles, and we'll throw him rocks and shit. And he'd be like, "Who the fuck is throwing me rocks?" And we saw him go one day to this one lady's house, but that lady was actually paying him to fucking fix something, and we couldn't really look inside. And it was like, oh, okay, we're gonna come up with a little lie. He went over here to fuck this girl and this and this and that, right?
Uh-huh.
Went home, told my mom that, and yeah, he's over there at that girl's house and he's fucking her right now and all this bullshit. And, oh man, my mom was pissed off.
That's so.
So she actually went to that lady's house and.
Has your mom ever heard this story?
No.
Like, had y'all lied about it?
No.
Oh, that's great. That's actually pretty funny.
And, like, it's funny because she actually went to that girl's house and pulled him out of the hair with his hairs, fucking beating the shit out of him, and she wanted to kick that girl's ass too.
Even though there was like no need for it.
Yeah, and it was like, oh shit. And it was funny though, because not even 2 or 3 days later, she actually follows him, and he was actually going to another person's house, and getting it on.
Oh, getting it on.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, and she literally caught him, red-handed and everything.
Wow. Red penis.
Yeah. What's funny is because my mom came back home, me and my sister were at the house, and she came back home, and she was fucking pissed, dude. She was yelling and cussing out in Spanish like a crazy Hispanic woman.
Like a crazy Hispanic woman.
Yeah, seriously, dude. I didn't even understand.
Like the woman you remember.
Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? She has these beautiful big rings.
Oh no.
Oh, look, I thought you were about to say tits. I was like,
No,
really?
no. She had these beautiful big rings that she had, and she fucking put those rings on. And one ring is a particular, I remember it because it's shaped like a flower.
Uh-huh.
And they're purple, and in the middle it's like a little red or yellow kind of,
Yeah, she
reddish
used to be a
yellow
hippie.
kind of deal. Well, sure enough, she goes to that where my stepdad was at, and she beat the living shit
with the rings?
Yeah, 2 or 3 days later, he comes back to the house, trying to apologize to my mom. And you can actually see the scar. He still has it. I mean, if you ever seen him, he has a little shaped diamond, scar right in the middle of his forehead where she just dug that fucking ring in there.
It's like, what does a guy have to do to get a breakup like there? Like that.
I was like, wow. Well, it's because my mom, she was all Catholic, She didn't really marry him, but she was with him for a long ass time.
She married him for life, because that's what Catholics try to do. Is they marry for life.
Yeah.
To get a divorce is one of the biggest, the most dishonorable thing you could do as a Catholic.
Yeah. So she wasn't even married though. That's the funny part. She wasn't married with him. We told her, just break up with him, go out with somebody else, and she's like, no, he's the guy. I love him, and I don't know if he loves me or not, but a woman gotta stay, with her man.
Yeah.
Well,
they make that choice, they're gonna stick with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess after the second time, she actually got fed up, and she's like, you know what? Fuck you. You come near the house, I'm gonna shoot you with a soft shotgun. I was like, wow. Yeah. Okay.
That took a dark turn.
Yeah, like she's not. I mean, okay, when she was younger, when she was raising me, she was a little bitch.
A little
But
bit.
yeah, a little
How
bitch.
big is your mom?
5'6".
Okay, so she's like
She's small. She's not big.
she's taller
not
than Adrian, but
fluffy.
shorter than TJ.
Yeah, she's not fluff. No, she's a little chunky now because of diabetes and
Oh, and age.
yeah,
Well,
and age.
sometimes diabetes is caused by being a little overweight.
Yeah, but she wasn't really overweight though. She was just, I want to say, basically like average.
She liked her
size.
cake.
Yeah, she liked her cake, but she also liked walking and running, kind of bullcrap.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, she was one of those hip Latinas.
yeah,
Had to keep her
basically.
body in shape and that booty big.
Well, she don't really have butt.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but all my other cousins and everybody had asses, and my mom was the less fortunate one.
Nah, it seems that way. This game is completely bullshit, by the way. I've walked
noticed.
out there like 3 times, and I can't do anything. And then this thing that says reputation up at the bottom of the screen is ridiculous. I can't do anything. I was tempted to show this to Mark, but I was like, presented with English. This would not be good. This is boring, and I can't do anything. But yeah, this game's ridiculous.
You probably gotta level up or something.
Oh, how do I level up though? I can't kill anything. Every time I
Press
go out there
the-
to kill something, the big bloody beasties start trashing me. It's ridiculous.
Like the other freaking game I had bought and I hadn't even played it. What the fuck is called, TJ?
Evolve.
No, not Evolve.
Bad Max.
No, it's a role playing game. You're a dead person.
Oh, Dark Soul.
Dark Souls. There you
Dark
go.
Souls.
Oh, Dark Souls 2. Oh yeah, they had that basically all the DLC on the Xbox One edition essentially. I forgot what it was called. It's like Praise the Sun edition. I don't know what it was called.
All I know is that Dark Soul game sucks.
Oh, it is the biggest cheese game that you could pick up because you have to learn various like enemies. You have to know what they're gonna do, their cues and everything.
Yeah.
And it is not a casual game. It is a very hardcore gamer game. That it's to the point where it doesn't even give you instructions on how to beat them. You have to
Exactly.
learn.
Yeah, and that one Miguel did.
But yeah, like I said, the cheese part about it is you can just look it up on the internet to find out how to do it. It's basically like a social study of how people on the internet will combine their knowledge to beat a game.
It's just fucking. I mean, I bought it. It looked interesting. I thought it was gonna be good. It was good from the beginning, and then it just went from downhill. It was up there, and then it just went. Yeah, I'm not playing this game ever again.
I would certainly take the time to get to know the game because it is a good game. I played it. It's a phenomenal game, but it's just you have to be in it for the long haul. You can't be like, oh, I want to hash this game out and be done with it.
Yep.
No, it's one of those games you have to actually play and you have to play to win.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like whenever I play a game, like if I play Batman Arkham City or any of the Arkham games, I just play as Batman and I get through the story. Now TJ plays to win in Arkham
fuck
City
yeah, dude.
because TJ will go through and find all the Riddler challenges and complete them. And
that one I did.
yep,
I
that's
did
what
it.
Did you do it in Arkham Knight as well?
Arkham
Yeah.
Knight? Yes, I did.
Yeah, you're a little bitch. You're like I'll give you that. You were like OCD when it comes to that, I guess.
Yes.
But to me, that's phenomenal. You can have that win for all. I get frustrated after like 2 seconds of doing it, and I'm going, "What am I doing? I'm Batman. I can go fuck other people up. Go get in a street fight." That's the one thing I have over it is like I'm better in the combat stuff. You're better at the puzzle stuff. Where the fuck did we go wrong?
No, the funny thing is, when I got that game or anything, I just played the story because I liked the story and thing. I was want to see how it played out and thing. Then, then my second go around thing, yeah, I'll do it again, and I'm gonna do the Riddler challenge.
You also, I think that's a carryover from one of the bigger games that you did that with was Final Fantasy X.
Yes.
Was we worked together on that game
Yes,
to get
we
100%.
did.
There was a lot of things I was looking up. I would be reading off the player's guide of
Yes.
things that were missing, and you were like, that game is ridiculous in that it's got like 98 point you were like 98.9%, and you needed like
Oh yeah, that was
points of a percentage to complete it.
that was Final
10-2.
That was Final Fantasy 10-2.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I said 10, but 10-2. 10 helped you complete just getting all the various weapons, so you could
Yeah,
get,
that special weapons.
you could do like over damage and whatever, all that stuff. But 10-2 had this like ridiculous like this completionist thing where you had to do certain things, but you could only
get
get to
all
do
the
it in another
outfits
playthrough.
and get make sure everything was right and everything. And we had the gamer guide and everything.
Oh yeah, we had the
And-
gamer guide, and it was that thing was bullshit.
Yes.
That game should like you should never try to like 100% that game again.
I tried it. I tried it already because I started playing. I started playing the PS2 again and everything, and I did all my favorite games I used to play back then and everything, and I completed that in good 2-3 days and everything tops. And I'm like, I had this much problem when I was a kid.
Oh,
I'm like, damn,
look,
this is easy.
I'm gonna point out a big thing on that one was whenever you play, I will say the difference between me and you on those. I'm a better strategy game than you are.
Yeah.
You're definitely more of like the puzzle games that you'll figure them out.
Yeah.
Except for those sliding puzzles.
Yeah, fuck those
You hit
sliding
that
puzzles.
sliding puzzle in Resident Evil 4, and you're
Yes.
like, fuck this, I'm out. But I was I played Final Fantasy VIII, and you played Final Fantasy VIII in a very different way, where
Yes.
you junctioned everything to health. So you'd have this ridiculous amount of health, but your defense and your attack was like pitiful. And so in that game, you basically all your magic spells you can apply to stats. And so when I played it, I was like having no difficulty with it, and I didn't have the 999,000 like hit points, but I would just go through enemies and. Like there was that one time where you were stuck on disc 3 and you basically started your playthrough over to get the ultimate weapon before
Yes.
before that point. What was
Oh my god, that was a bitch and a half.
it was a bitch and a half, and it's a grind, but you can actually get the ultimate weapon for your main character in the first disc. I've actually gone back and played
And the
that
first
game.
disc, I thought that was usually like the second disc.
You can do it easily by the second disc, but if you know what to do in the first disc, you have to grind your level up to like 45 as an average, and you fight those like that elastoid thing,
Yeah.
so you can get the pulse ammo,
Yes.
and you can do it. It's just a time like
It's a time
it was
consumer.
it was like my timer from the game went from. And like 3 hours into the game, 3 hours for it was probably Final Fantasy. It was probably more like what's it called, 7 hours into the game to 23 hours in the game. That's that big of a grind, but you can get the
On
ultimate
that
weapon
one
by that.
disc, literally.
On
it's
that
no damn
first,
lie.
it's literally a halt. Like literally, if you ever played Final Fantasy, they were basically well done like landscape arts where your character would walk around. That's basically Final Fantasy on the PlayStation. And you would just go up and down these stairs doing random battles as Final Fantasy did, and you would just grind and grind and grind. If you were smart, you would grind before because there was some other places you could hit higher level characters. But the way that game works is the enemy level is based off the average level of your party. So Final Fantasy VIII is actually a game you can beat at a very low level because it's all balanced. I actually like that about it. It was really more of a focus on your stats and your magic.
Yep.
And to do that, they did that. But that being said, Final Fantasy IX I actually prefer because you really don't have to worry about your stats and magics. They just level up with you.
Yep.
And so your level determines what you can fight.
Yep.
Much like a classic RPG. Of course, that game was an homage to all the other Final Fantasies.
Which Final Fantasy 9 was good. I liked it.
Oh yeah.
I think, pretty much every Final Fantasy game thing storyline's been very awesome.
Oh, it's just like some crystal and a soul of a world or anything like that. It's great, but it's we're on the 15th one, and they can't surprise me with whatever story they put out.
Yeah, the 15th one I'm gonna be in. I'll be impressed and thing. It'll probably bring back from Final Fantasy 12 and thing. It's gonna be open world. Well, of course, like every Final Fantasy game is, it's open world. But the battle system is gonna probably things gonna be like Final Fantasy 12 or.
I guess they already made that. I was gonna say I want a Final Fantasy that plays like Kingdom Hearts, but
Yes.
that was Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. That's essentially what that was.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. It's not like a mainstream Final Fantasy. and I'm really interested to seeing how the remake for Final Fantasy VII is going to play out.
They're remaking
Because
it?
yeah, they're remaking Final Fantasy VII,
Oh, cool.
but it's not going to be the like it's not just going to be like an up-res high resolution HD version of Final Fantasy VII. It's going to be It's been completely remade, which to me, that's go for it.
Yeah,
It's going to
I agree.
sell obviously because it's
Yes.
Final Fantasy VII. They're not going to stray that far from the story, but I've always been interested in seeing that world and the way that they did the movie. Because
Oh, the movie
in
was
Final
great.
Fantasy Advent Children, that movie is just a giant set piece of just settings that they fight in,
Mm-hmm.
but they have all the a lot of the recognizable landmarks from Final Fantasy VII in Midgard, such as the church that Eris is found in,
Yeah.
and the towers where Rufus was, or Shinra Towers and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So they did that really well. So I am expecting that to be one of their like key sellers for the Final Fantasy VII remake, is it's going to be this giant world like in Final Fantasy Advent Children. But I don't know how they're going to do the gameplay, because they're not going to do the turn-based gameplay, which to me, that's fine. If you, I would say that I would play a action-based Final Fantasy VII as opposed to a classic one if it was remade. Like the classic Final Fantasy VII, if I want to play that, I can go play that. I could load it up on my iPad. It's on iDevices now. That you could play Final Fantasy VII.
Wow.
They're to that point with mobile devices that they're playing old PlayStation devices. And that's
Okay.
not even... I'm saying mobile devices that are easily accessible. Because the PlayStation Vita plays Final Fantasy VII. Mm-hmm. The Vita can play... will basically stream any PS4 game. From your PS4. You have to have a PS4 to do it. But you can stream it, like say I was at your house with internet, if you had internet. Or and my PS4 was here at my house, I could play Destiny on my PS Vita through my PS4 through remote play. That's phenomenal to me. So we're at that level where you have to make this system work with Final Fantasy VII. So why repeat something when you can already go back and play that game?
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a completely new experience.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping for a new experience. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too different. We don't want this." They had that PlayStation 3 tech demo. He gets off the train and that's it, and it's just like Final Fantasy VII tech demo. But it's like, oh, well, just give me the game. I'll play it.
Right?
I look. The Final Fantasy did the thing where it tricked me into liking fantasy stuff. Because I was always like, as a kid, I liked the sci-fi stuff. I liked Star Wars, some Star Trek, it was a little corny. But I didn't like fantasy games or fantasy like stories until I played Final Fantasy.
Yep.
And I will say I did like anime at the time, and there wasn't a lot of ways to get anime. Final Fantasy was one of those like satisfaction things
Yes.
as well. Because I think, besides Sailor Moon, what did you grow up on, Miguel, for anime?
For anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you literally just named the other one I was gonna name. It was like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Dragon Ball Z first, and then I saw Sailor Moon, and I was like, I'll give it a shot.
And
It's
then you
not.
start
It's
liking
not.
it.
It's not great. It's
Watched
corny.
the first season of Sailor Moon, and then the second season of Sailor Moon, and it was like, okay, I'm done.
You start to realize like Dragon Ball Z was Funimation. I don't think Sailor Moon was Funimation. You start to see the differences where voice acting can make a change. And for the most part, what I watched of anime was I went from Dragon Ball Z to Trigun to Cowboy Bebop and then to Full Metal Alchemist. That's my progression on anime.
Oh, and Inuyasha.
Inuyasha was okay, but it was here's Inuyasha to me. It's like, oh, we have these shards of this mystical pearl that are scattered about, and it's gonna take us 25 years to collect them all. But in the anime time, it's only taken 6 months. It's like fucking do something. Get something done. It's the problem I have with Naruto and Bleach and
Oh, don't give me Naruto.
and what's it called? One Piece. Well, One Piece not so much. I started watching One Piece. Something happens each episode. It
Yes.
catches up really quickly.
Yes.
But motherfucker, if you watch Naruto, it starts to turn like by the time you get to season 3, 3/4 of the episode is either a backstory.
Yeah.
Or it's like a replay of the last episode. It's like just let them fight. I don't give a fuck if they
Thank
saw
you.
each other as a kid. It's like I came here for a fight. And the way I'm gonna watch this fight now is with Naruto and Sasuke fighting to the 3 Days Grace song "Animal I've Become." That's exactly how I watched that scene at the waterfall.
Yes.
And then the first part of Naruto was through that video. I watched it like several times with TJ.
Yes.
We had dial up; it would buffer every 5 seconds, so we had to wait for it to load. But Jesus, we watched it.
It was fucking sweet.
Yeah. All right, it's about that time. I'm tired of running around this fucking thing. For all I know,
You're actually putting me to sleep here. If it wasn't for you asking me a question, I think I would have been asleep.
I know this game. I regretted playing this game. I might just make this a torture video. Like
I
this will
think
be
so.
somebody will be watching this and going, "Is he gonna like? Look, there's an outskirt of town. There's other places to no, okay. You're gonna chase that chicken again? Okay. That's your life. That's this guy. This guy's an Olympic runner. I've never seen someone run so far with a ghost. Look, I think he must be afraid of that ghost. But I've never seen someone run so far and not get tired. Also, didn't his mom ever teach him not to run with sharp objects? All right. Thank y'all for listening.
Yep.